here, present here. And so then we will show it to you, like in the alpha public. We are still thinking about the names of that even, but with the alpha public version that we are launching actually very, very soon. So the game will be ready to play, not only for the alpha testers, but for the bigger audience. We will have different tournaments there in which you can join and see what the game is about, how do you like it, etc. From my experience and from what I heard from the alpha testers, but not only, but also on the different tournaments that we have already done around the world, we see that the game has a great reviews and really, it's really engaging. This is something that we wanted to create as a Web3 and the Web2 game. Because, for example, today I was on the call with people from Sony, and they told me that they are looking very close to the Web3 games, but they didn't saw yet any game that brings this good gameplay value with the tokenomics, and it's well combined. There are many games in the Web3, but they are not doing it in the proper way. I mean, they have the issues with the tokenomic parts or with the gameplay parts, and for sure those two are not combined well. And this is the biggest thing, because the guys from Sony told us that with the games, the most important thing at the beginning is the gameplay itself. It needs to enjoy you. It needs to make you to stay in the game in the long term, not like, hey guys, let's go play, let's win some tokens and that's it, and that is the main purpose of playing. No, they told us that the main purpose, and actually every gamer knows that, is to have fun from playing and stay there for the long term. And that's why we are also hired one of the biggest gaming veteran in the whole industry. This guy is the one that really Web2 studios are fighting for. He has a great experience with scanning studios from 15 up to 100 people, making games that were earning not even millions but billions of dollars per year. So a very, very great experienced guy. And he actually, we are collaborating with him from about 1 year, but then he was our consultant, and now he decided to actually join StarHeroes and the Star Studio and leave his, cozy job for the StarHeroes. That's something that is totally innovative, something new. And with experience of that guy, I believe that we really can make a very sustainable model that will connect these both worlds. So this is Web2 and the Web3. So this is the main goal. This is the holy grail of gaming, I think, and do it in the proper way. So that would be very interesting, because those players from the Web2 side also will have this free-to-play availability to start, but they will also put when they will be paying for the things that we are having in game, they will also be generating this revenue stream that will be shared with the Web3 players. So just imagine if Fortnite would share, let's say, 15% of its revenue stream with players. That would be something crazy. And that would be something generated organically, not out of the air, like with the other Web3 titles. And I think that it's a very great mistake that actually Web3 titles not focusing on the Web2 though also, because just imagine, the biggest thing is the number of players, and you can, out of those players, have a great real yield, generated real yield that can be distributed in the rewards to the Web3 players. So this is something huge. This is something very sustainable. And this is something that we are spending a lot of hours right now to polish it in the best way. And I'm really hyped to share the details with you. I'm really hyped about this alpha public version that will be launching soon, because I think that we have something new on the market. we can bring something innovative, and I'm hyped about you to see it and to try it. And maybe I will pass my voice here also to Jacob here, because he will have also some words to say to you regards our partnerships that we just signed, etc., etc. So, leaving my voice to Jacob, please.
Yeah, hey everyone. It's probably the first time that I'm here with you, so super happy to join you. I'm talking a lot about StarHeroes, about our community, so I should be within the community here. So as for the partnerships, so we're basically focused on first of all working with all of the major players on the Web3 side. So we're in touch with more and more gaming guilds. Ultimately, we want to reach the point where we're collaborating with all of the big Web3 gaming communities. We're positioning ourselves as both Web2 and Web3 game. The Web3 market is small. It's estimated that there are maybe 700,000 players there. So we want to reach all of them. And actually we see a lot of interest from the big gaming guilds. However, the competition is growing, so we need you guys to hype our game, and really make it special. And we'll do it on our part. How? For example, by organizing tournaments. So there are two big events that we're working on. First of all is the Creators Content Cup. Maybe you know the Web3 streamer Spike. So this guy, he's a real gamer. He's helping us. He's the only guy in Web3 that I met that wants us to pay for the services after he actually delivers, not before. So big respect and shout out to Spike. So with him, we want to organize the Content Creators Cup with some medium-sized creators, the guys who have a few thousand players in their communities. And this way, people just like you get interested in the game and join us for the pure fun and enjoyment. And then we're also thinking of taking part in the tournament series organized by an esports organization, Export, and there our title would be one of 5 big Web3 titles that are covered by Export, by their marketing, and other big brands from the blockchain world, Binance, for example. Yeah. So, we're actually very optimistic after the last calls that we had with investors. We are also looking to close the financing round, the first seed financing round very soon. And it all seems that our game, that we know how to make it really distinguish on the market, because actually when you look at it right now, there are really hundreds of gaming studio at this point. So we gotta make StarHeroes special. So our idea, just to sum up, is to work with the best. And maybe it sounds a bit cheesy, but it means that we really have to look at all of the market and just find those people who are into gaming, who see the Web3 it's an add-on to the traditional gaming, that it's a perfect technology to add some value to gaming, but who are focused on building fun, because games are entertainment, and that's our common goal. So that is a little bit from myself. And if you have any questions, go ahead.
Thank you, Kubasku. I think that's very important to get some updates from the business development side of the project. Normally, we have more of the game itself updates, how it's progressing, how the new features are implemented. So it's really great to hear that the team is working very hard to establish all those high class, very important connections in the industry. So great job. And I like what you said, Kubasku, about how important it would be, the community and their role in bringing this game up to life, because until now, obviously it was only available to the alpha testers and very close group of players. But our big news that was announced yesterday is that the open public version will be available on 28th of February, so in a few days. And that means everyone can participate, anyone can play. And you've seen how many successful tournaments we had with the streaming studio on the Twitch, and everyone loved this idea, and everyone is asking when they can participate. And basically, yes, in the next days, you will be able to join, and you can practice, you can play, and you'll be able to join into the tournaments, create a game, create a team with your mates. So we're really hoping that you're gonna jump on board and start playing as soon as possible.
That's right. That's totally right. And maybe I would like to also share some materials with you, because we can say all these beautiful words here that everything's great, everything's perfect, and how beautiful it looks like. But the best it would be actually to show you what we are talking about. So maybe let me share my screen so I could show you only a few sneak peeks to what we are talking about. And let's go with that. So just let me share my screen. Okay. Just a sec. Okay. Sharing screen. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing, maybe let's go with the lobby itself. And these are some sketches how it will look like. So you will be able here to choose your spaceships, like a shooter between the different classes, like a shooter, tank, and the other. There you are having also different tiers, which you can choose, and different models that will be hidden under those buttons. These you are having a lobby for the maps, so you will be able to switch between each other. And also what is very interesting is that maybe the NFTs, because these are these beauties that we want to share with you for free. So you can just see how they look like. We are having almost all the collections done. There will be different of them, because here we are seeing the Interstellars, but you are also having Guardians, and you are also having Degens. So guys, this is something that will be distributed through the Freemint. So you just need to have a little luck to Freemint them, and there will be crucial for playing, because with those beauties you can start playing with the Web3 side of the game. So you can just see that there differs very much between each other. These are only the one faction, and there will also be the two others. So as you can see, we are having a lot of them here for you prepared. And also, what would be nice to see maybe is our trailer that is under the development right now. This is something that I won't be going, with details, because I want you to see it from the first time, like when it'll be ready. However, these are the previews, so it's good that it looks like that, because it's a kind of a little alpha. But it will be a story of the fighters that are fighting between each other through the different worlds, because one of them will be the world when it's like this, similar to the space like you can imagine, but the other one is this space with the destroyed cyberpunk New York City, when you can fly around it with your spaceships and have this very competitive combat. So it will be also announced before the official launch, but just mark my words, this is something that will blow your mind, I hope, and is made by the best in this industry, the guys that were making the trailers for the best games that you see in the market, like the Witcher and the Cyberpunk, because we are also having people that are working on that project. So this was I can share like more. I would like to, but my CMO would kill me if I would. So maybe let's
talk about the mint. Can you tell us how close we are to the mint, and can you share some details of the mint? Since you are sharing the alphas and CMO is absent.
Yeah, sure. So we are actually very, very close. Savio, how much can I say? Please tell me.
As for the CEO, but maybe not in full details.
Yeah. So guys, we are that close that we can count it in a month or in a month right now. So we are very, very close. Of course, it depends on the market conditions, etc., because every project wants to launch in the good environments, right? And this is also something very important for us. But you need to imagine that we are having almost ready. The collection is almost ready, so it's a matter of a month, maybe something like that, to be ready.
End of March? You think it's end of March? It's possible?
Yeah, it's possible. Actually, it's possible. We can count on that, on the March. So it can be in the March actually. So it's not the decision right now, but we are planning to maybe do it that day.
That's great news. That's very close. I hope there's a lot of OGs who are still participating in the Odyssey and Whitelist Hunters. So get cracking, guys, because as you heard, CEO, we are getting closer and closer. So if I were you, I would just make sure that I'm getting those XPs all the time, hitting all the challenges and quests. Okay. One of the questions that we have from the community is, do we know, or can we share what chain will be used for the mint?
Sure. We are having a partnership with Mutable X, but we are also having a partnership with GameSwift, and this is something that we just announced, so everybody knows at what chain GameSwift is. So we still need to have a final decision there, but this will be something where our partnerships were made. So GameSwift is a very strategic one because they are providing us with the infrastructure, etc. They are on the Polygon. So maybe it's not the final decision, but this is something that will be announced soon.
Okay, great. Another question that we've seen is about some mint details in terms of how many NFTs can people have on their wallets and etc. And correct me if I'm mentioned that I got from our CTO is that there will be 5 NFTs per wallet, and during the mint it will be one NFT per transaction. Is that still correct?
Yeah, that's still. Yeah, go ahead, Seville.
Yeah, and to be clear, one whitelist spot provides a possibility to mint just one StarHero NFT. But as we have some real OGs and whitelist hunters who's been with us for like a year, a long time, some of them collected many whitelists, 2, 3, 4, and some of them even 5 by taking part in the competition we organized. So this limitation is to make sure that we'll distribute this in a fair way. So one whitelist spot provides possibility to mint just one NFT. And in the coming days, a document in which we will provide each address that has a whitelist spot, so you can check out if everything is correct, because we've been collecting the addresses for a long time. There could be some like little mistakes, and we want to have some time to let people contact us if your address is not on the list, or if something's wrong. We want to be fully transparent in this case. But yeah, you will be able to mint just one StarHero per transaction, and one wallet will have a maximum amount of mints as 5 mints if the wallet has 5 whitelist spots.
Great, thank you, Savio. Just wanted to touch on the popes. Some users would like to collect the free pope that we will have tonight. They will be available in 15 minutes, and there will be only 15 minutes window to claim them. So I hope you have your pope app ready, and I'm gonna share the secret password with you in 15 minutes. Let's just quickly see if there's any more questions from the community. Well, actually, let's ask if there's anyone from the community that would like to ask a question on a stage. Just raise your hand, and I'll put you on a stage. I don't see any. Everyone is very shy or very busy. Eating donuts, probably. Everyone is stuffed. For those who are not from Poland, it's a donut day. I don't know how to call it. Maverick, did you have any?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Well, I didn't actually.
I don't.
You didn't?
I didn't know. Right.
Yeah, maybe I could also speak about our strategy for upcoming month. As the Open Alpha is a big event for us, we finally took care of having players from around the world, and we were changing our strategy. So we've partnered with some marketing agencies who did marketing for big games, big Web2 games. And starting from 28th of February, we'll have streamers from around the world, and in each part of the world, like the US, Europe, Turkey or Asia, we'll have streamers who will who will organize gaming hours for their community, so the community can enjoy the game with them, and it will be organized every day for a whole month. So if you'd like to play the game, you will have people to play with you. You won't have to wait for hours for other people to join. And we believe that's something great, and will only improve in this case. So yeah, that's from my side.
Thank you, Sergio. There's another question from the community about the white paper. I don't know if we can answer this, Savio. In general, the white paper obviously is not published yet, and this is because there's still some of the tweaks being done to it. As you've seen, we're not in a rush. We just want to try to perfect it and make sure that everything makes sense, and it's one of the best tokenomics you will see. And since we don't have a token yet or we're not post mint project, then that means there's no rush. But any ATA on the tokenomics? When can we expect for them to be published for the community?
Yeah, as Fabric said before, we've just hired a guy from Web2 Games with a great experience, and we're finishing our works on white paper. And the things that are still changing are regarding the Web2 part of the game. So we'll publish it as soon as we finish this, but it's a matter of a weeks, not the days. So probably in a month or 2 months we'll publish our white paper.
Fantastic. I'll make sure that once it's ready, obviously it will be published on the Discord, and it will be announced. Same for the document that Savio was mentioning earlier. All the whitelisted wallets that we collected so far, you will be able to check if your wallet is there. Alternatively, you will be able to make some corrections if you need to, and that's just to make sure that we will be ready before mint, and there's no last minute sort of mistakes happening. Maverick, will there be a chance to participate in a seed round? That's one of the questions I received from the community.
Yeah, guys, there will be the ability to participate in the strategic round. Strategic round is something that is reserved for we are calling them OG gamers, because these are the people that are, for example, alpha testers, are giving us a great value in that process before the launch, and are having great connections with the industry that can make us some great interest to the influencers or the people that are responsible for something bigger in the industry. Actually, some people that do anything that can help us in this process before the launch. So we prepared the round for them. This is the strategic round on the very great conditions. And this is something that you might also participate in if you will give this additional value to the project, because after that, the only round that will be available for the community is, of course, the public round. This is something that is just before the final launch, and this is something that also StarHeroes is planning to have. But as we want to reward those people that are giving us this additional value now through all that process, having some tasks, etc., and really care for that, that's why we wanted to make this strategic round, which is available for you if you want to join, if you want to engage, if you want to add some value, then just contact us, and we'll make it.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that actually the strategic round is more favorable to you than the seed round, even because first of all, you not only get the tokens, but also the planets, NFTs, which allow you to charge some little fees on the players that are based on your planet, but also you can upgrade them so that you have some better vesting conditions. And additionally, in the end, the price will be even a bit lower than the seed round. So this is really something cool that we've prepared for our OGs.
Yeah, that's true. That's good that you mentioned that.
Great. Thank you for answering that, Maverick and Kubasco. There's another question, probably more for Savio. Will NFT get some token airdrop?
We can't say yet, so I will leave this question without an answer.
No problem. I thought I'm gonna squeeze you a bit. Okay. Do we plan any other batch of NFTs in the future? I think that's apart from Genesis Mint.
Yeah, you mean Star Heroes NFTs? Actually, no, because when it comes to the Star Heroes NFTs, it will be the only one. So there will be this only one zero generation of heroes, and after that, the generation will be raising with the breeding mechanism. So if you will have 2 Star Heroes, you will be able to breed the third one, and this is it. We are not planning to launch any additional Star Heroes. No.
So only 6,000. 6,000 is the Genesis limit.
Is the magic number.
Yes. So, but you mentioned specifically heroes. But do we have any other NFTs in mind that we might be doing, or is that too much alpha?
You know, I was talking about that from the very beginning, that we are leaving some space for us to maybe in the summer in the future have some very occasional and very limited NFTs, but it will be rather to celebrate some event or something like that, and to celebrate it, probably we could have some kind of this kind of occasionally minted NFTs. But for now, we are not talking about that. We are now focused on the Star Heroes NFTs, and I'm sure that there won't be more Star Heroes from our side. But if we will have some occasional dates that we want to celebrate, maybe we will have different types of NFTs that bring you a great value, and maybe something like that would happen somewhere in the future.
Great, thank you for that. Will there be a renting system, Savio?
Yeah, we're planning to implement this, but it won't be an MVP. It will come later. Yeah, it will come a few months after the official launch, as we will be adding more and more features.
Okay. A question for Maverick, but maybe also for Kubasku. Can you share some more marketing talks behind the scenes with any esport leagues platforms involved?
Sure. This is definitely the question for Kubasku or for Savio, as they are in very great touch with all these leagues and etc. So please.
Yeah, as for leagues, it's more for Savio, I guess. As for the esports organizations, these are some newly created ones from the Web3 world, like Web3 Sports, the guys that we met in Istanbul, that were really stoked about the game. It's also Export, which is a new esports organizations. There is Mazer Gaming that we're considering as our partners. So usually these are people who were pros in the Web2 world, and then they decided to join some newly created Web3 teams. So for example, in Web3 Sports, there's a guy who was a pro CS, I guess, player, and he has like 700,000 followers on Twitter. He's really the boss there. And these guys, for example, they have contacts to some like minor esports teams that play both Web2 and Web3 games, and we want to reach the Web2 world through, as I said before, like those medium-sized organizations and teams. As for, I cannot confirm any specific names for now, because we were focusing on gaming guilds so far, but definitely we're moving in this direction.
Yeah, and from my side, I will add that we're planning to organize a big LAN tournament, and before that, we're gonna organize some qualifications for this. In one of the that will be one of the biggest LAN events in Poland with a great public, and it will happen in the last quarter of this year, and maybe before, maybe after, we will start organizing our own leagues. Like in last months, we did many tournaments, and many of you did attend it. That was a great experience, as feedback says. And the next step will be bigger tournaments. As we gather bigger community, we can do much better things.
That sounds fantastic. So it's a lot of plans ahead of us, and great to hear.
Yeah, that's right.
So Maverick, can you tell us how the roadmap lines up from now?
Sure. Yeah, so we are in the very advanced stage of the development, and this is something where we are having different maps, different spaceships that now will be implemented in the game. So actually, from the side of mechanics that we are having in the game, like from the gamer perspective playing the game, we are in the very, very advanced stage phase, and now we are focusing on implementing all that economic and tokenomic part that we've been developing through all the past months. So this is something that we are planning to, not only planning, but also developing into the game. But the first public alpha version won't be ready with those mechanisms, but the next one will. So we are now focusing on implementing the whole tokenomic and economic systems to the game. And after that, when we will have both of them, then we will have another like a beta version that will be ready to test, and actually will be very, very close to the official launch date. So now we are testing the version without these economic parts, and this is something that we want to also share with you. And the next step, what we are focusing right now, is this implementation, and that will make another version of the game that will be also shared with you.
That's fantastic. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you Maverick and Savio and Kubasco that you've joined and shared some updates with the community.
Thank you very much. We are having 80 people right now here, so pretty big numbers. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you will be following to the new updates.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. To the moon.
LFG.
Bye guys.
LFG.
Go claim your popes. Thank you for participating, and hear you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.